The officials. Here are the contenders. Firstly, and introducing to you, he's fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks and weighing in at 8 stone and 6 pounds. Bringing a 25-fight record, 17 wins, 12 inside the scheduled distance, and only 80. He comes to the ring as the former British and Commonwealth flyweight champion from Bethnal Green, East London, Ampofo. And ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the black trunks trimmed with silver and weighed in at 8 stone and 6 pounds, bringing a 27-fight record, 26 wins, 17 inside the scheduled distance, and only 1 defeat. Coming to the ring as the former undefeated Commonwealth and European Bantamweight champion from Chatham, Johnny Armour. Well, sports fans and Sky fans, this is 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant World Boxing Union's Bantamweight Championship of the World.
Mickey Van is the referee.
Well, you both had your instructions in the dressing room. We know what we want from...
I think the boxers heard him, even if we didn't, Glenn. But you got the gist of it.
Yeah, they know what they've got to do.
The southpaw. Look at the scars he's got around his eyes. Even before the start, he's had numerous cuts problems in his career, and Ampofo does sometimes lead with his head. Could certainly be a recurring factor here. Johnny Armour in the black trunks. Ampofo in the white. Usually very, very durable. He's only been stopped a couple of times in his whole career, and one of those was by baby Jake Matlala, very good South African fighter in a World Championship fight. That was 6 years ago. These are the twilight years, you think, for Ampofo now. Armour starting as a favourite.
But Ampofo, very experienced. He comes here in good condition. He often spends time sparring out in Denmark, and he's just come back from a recent trip where he's been sparring with Johnny Breadall. So he's fit, he's in condition, and he's had lots of rounds of sparring.
Armour, lots of lateral movement from him. It's not his usual style. He likes to put the pressure on himself, but he may have seen what A.D. Lewis did against Ampofo, and that was outbox him all the way. Ampofo boxing with the word Samson on the waistband. That's the name of his autistic son. He once ran the marathon to raise money in that cause. He's a great little guy. Good boxing here from Armour. Making sure not to stand in front of Ampofo. Not wanting to get too involved by the look of it, but working hard on the back foot and winning the round at the moment, Johnny Armour.
Yes, he's using that extra height, that extra reach to good effect, moving around the ring, using the southpaw jab well.
And lots of freshness in the legs by the look of it. He's been training in Lanzarote for this with Peter Coleshaw. I think they both know this is kind of like a last chance thing.
Yes, I think there's a great deal at stake for both these fighters. They've got to really get a victory here. You know, there's not many places to go after this for the loser.
Getting quite badly outspeeded, looking a bit leaden. Ampofo, he's waving Armour in. He got there with a couple of shots. Ampofo says, come on, let's have a real head-to-head slug out. But Armour doesn't want to know about that because he's dominating the round a different way. wins the first session. Moorcroft from Liverpool also doing the talking in the corner. Ampofo signed a week ago for Dean Powell, and with Danny Mancini and Jimmy Tibbs working with him tonight. His contract with Barry Hearn's Matchroom organisation recently ran out. Ampofo in white, remember. Boxing pretty well out of his southpaw stance, Armour early on here, but 12 rounds is a long time to use these tactics on 32-year-old legs.
Yes, they are, and when these are not the natural tactics of Armour, that makes it even more difficult. And you know, you've got to expect him to stand and trade with Ampofo at some point.
This might have come as a surprise and a disappointment to Ampofo, who I thought was kind of thinking that this might be a toe-to-toe tear-up. Could Armour create problems for himself in abandoning his usual style? Not at the moment is the answer, but it's early.
He's managing to get the gloves and protect himself from a lot of these punches. Armour still getting through with more.
Just walk forward pressure from the man who calls himself the pocket battleship, Francis Ampofo. A few supporters for him here tonight as well. He's from Bethnal Green in East London. Lots of Johnny Armour fans. It's a bit better this time, Ampofo. Starting to land a few more this time. Not quite so quick on the legs. Why do you think Armour's trying this particular strategy? I think part of his thinking was he doesn't want to cut up again.
Yeah, I think what he wants to do is get into the fight first. You know, before he stands and trades, get in there, see if he can build a few rounds up, avoid the head, and then you know, later on he'll plant his feet and start to fight more. But I think early on, just try and build up some rounds.
Good left hand. Ampofo just seemed to take a step backwards when that one landed.
There was a good right hook there off the jab from Armour.
He's not got a bad stoppage record, 17 stoppages or knockouts in his 26 wins. Well, it's the Bull Matador style clash again here. And at the moment the Bull not quite quick enough.
Yes, Ampofo's got to close the gap. He's got to be busy inside.
Oh, he gets it with 3 shots, one after the bell, right at the end of the round. Armour fires a verbal volley at him for it. Well, it all took off a bit there, right at the end of the round. Did Ampofo throw that last punch deliberately after the bell? It kind of looked like it.
Yes, it did. It looks as if he just reacted a bit. Francis Ampofo, it looked to be just after the bell. I think maybe he thought Armour's was slightly after the bell with that right hand, and Ampofo reacted to that.
Look at Armour. Mickey Van letting his views be known quite clearly to Francis Ampofo, who I think was trying it on a bit there.
Trying to unsettle Armour a bit, get him out of any sort of rhythm.
Seconds out, round 3.
Third round. Interestingly, there were signs in that second round that Ampofo was getting closer.
Yes, towards the end of the round, he was getting in there and starting to land a few shots. This is not the way Armour normally boxes, and Ampofo will know that.
Well, I've never seen him do this before. So he's come up with this strategy for this fight. Other fighters have used this against Ampofo recently. He's lost British Championship fights against A.D. Lewis and Noel Wilders in recent times, and both of those fighters used boxing skills and lateral movement to outfox him. I think they've been watching the videos.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know, he's intelligent enough, this Campbell, to know what beats Ampofo, and they've looked to try and do a similar thing, which, you know, is nothing but sensible.
And A.D. Lewis was abandoning his usual style that night as well when he did it. So can Armour do it here? He is at the moment. I've got a theory that in the end, sometime in there, when the heat gets pretty white hot, boxers revert to their usual style.
Yes, they do. When it gets hard, you've got to go back to tight, because that's what you know most of. So when he starts, if it starts to get a little bit hard, he starts to panic a bit, he'll then have to start fighting.
There's the macho thing as well with somebody like Johnny Armour. He might just want to go in there and just slug it out with Ampofo at some point. Ampofo will be hoping so. He's fed up with chasing people around the ring like this. He's been doing it now the last 2 years.
Well, the last he was telling me, Francis Ampofo has a chicken form, and that's what he does now. So maybe he's had some practice chasing the chickens around the yard.
But they don't punch, do they? One little worry as well for the Johnny Armour camp is he's been on the floor quite a bit in recent fights. 3 times, I think it is, in the last 5. And even against the Russian journeyman last time, who didn't look a puncher, he was put down even though the referee didn't count it.
Along with being caught with a few decent punches in this round. He's getting his jab working, but he's hitting Ampoffo's gloves an awful lot. And Ampofo, for me, has done a bit better in this round.
Yeah, it didn't really work so much on the retreat there, Armour.
Glennon.
This is a good domestic scrap, this, between 2 bantamweight veterans. Armour, more recently, boxing as a super bantamweight. And Armour, Ampofo rather, whose best days were in the flyweight division. I think one of the problems Francis Ampofo has these days in trying to apply pressure is his foot speed isn't perhaps what it was, and maybe not his hand speed either. So I think he finds it hard to really get there to nail his opponents against the ropes and keep them under pressure. That's a good right hand from him, though.
Well, Armour's having to fight more and more. Caught with another right hand from Ampofo.
Trying to stay ice cool in there, Johnny Armour. Johnny Armour, as you've never seen him before. Johnny Armour, the slick, smooth boxing stylist on the back foot.
Well, he's trying. He knows what he's got to do. He's trying to pull it off, but it's getting tough for him. He's starting to get hit more and more of Ampofo.
Just got to stay working on the back foot. Some of these jabs of his just hitting the gloves of Ampofo as well, making the rounds open to argument a little. Sometimes in fights like this, it's what kind of style the people scoring it like best. Judges from America, Australia, and Britain's Reg Thompson from Crawley in Sussex.
Yes, you've got to watch that jab of Armour. He's throwing it out a lot, but you've got to actually see how many times it connects as a scoring punch.
Last minute of this, the 4th round.
Again, the heads clash together, and that could become a problem more for Armour than Ampofo, you would think.
He's sometimes a bit free with the use of the head. It's just the way he fights, I think, Ampofo, with head down, boring his way in. It's a big problem, that, for somebody like Johnny Armour, though, who only has to look in the mirror and he's bleeding. Good body shot, that, from Ampofo.
Well, Ampofo getting through some good work. Just needs to busy it up a bit when he gets in, put a few more shots together.
Interesting. Very interesting. Francis Ampofo somewhere in there behind his team. That was a good punch he landed with there. He didn't land with too many, putting on the pressure, but as you said, all the time Armour's just hitting the gloves with that southpaw jab of his in that round anyway.
That's right, you've got to look to see what's actually landing. Ampofo's still getting through with enough.
Fifth round, he needed Einstein to score that last session.
I just said for Armour, I thought he did slightly more.
I chickened out. I had it even that last round. Couldn't make up my mind. Here's the fifth. And Ampofo starting to let those left hooks go. Glenn's got Armour in a 2-point lead at the moment. I have him 1 point ahead. And this is better for Ampofo, and I reckon that there'll come a point here where Johnny Armour may have to go back to his old plan A, the one that served him pretty well all through his career.
Yes, I think he's going to have to. I mean, it may be better for him to look at another 1 or 2 more rounds, just try and get them through boxing and then stand and trade. But he's going to have to stand soon. Still getting some nice punches on. That was a nice 1-2.
Good right hand from Ampofo, straight through the middle. Back came Armour with his own.
Well, there's a big Armour contingent of fans here, and they're enjoying some of their man's classy work.
Just keeps on ploughing forward, Ampofo. Looking right hand, but then that straight left from the southpaw stance, whipped in by Armour. Crowd beginning to enjoy this battle. Ampofo's face just beginning to swell up a little underneath the eyes. He's getting closer, Ampofo here. Watch the use of the heads. Mickey Van screaming at both of them. There's a cut. He's got a cut, and it looks as if it's on his forehead.
Yes, looks like on the top of the head. Running down the center of his face.
Not the first one that Johnny Armour's had in his career. In fact, about the 161st, I should think, something like that.
Yeah, it shouldn't bother him too much. He's well used to fighting with cuts. Ampofo now complaining about the heads cracking together.
And they did again there, too. And again. Goodness me. It's getting rough in there. A gory round and a rough, tough round that was almost like something from outside the alehouse. They've got to work on the cut in there.
Listen to me, listen. Get sucked in. Get right down, you stop. You don't stop.
Well, they're trying to keep on at him to keep on moving, I think, but I'm not sure it's working.
No, I'm not sure it is. There's the clash of heads. They just banged together there. Mickey Van warned them about it, but that was too late for Armour. He already had some damage on his forehead.
There's another little cut there by the eyelid. I don't know if that's an old bit of scar tissue or a new one reoccurring? What do you think?
Well, he certainly has plenty of old scar tissue, so it could be anything. But there is marks around his face, and that's why they're telling him to move. They know how bad that, the possible risk of cut-eye damage is.
Sixth round of this fight, which is for a championship of sorts recognised by a body known as the World Boxing Union, based in East Anglia. Ampofo looking for body shots, and they'll definitely slow down Armour and make it hard for him to carry on this policy of lateral movement. The blood continues to flow from that gash in the forehead of Armour. That's nice by Johnny Armour, but he has to get away again when he's done that. Three-punch combination, but he mustn't stand there in front of Ampofo. This is smart boxing in this round so far from Armour.
Yes, Ampofo just backing off for a second, or at least staying still, not closing the distance down as quick as in some of the earlier rounds. And that's giving Armour a bit more time to get his shots off.
At times, Armour just having to push Ampofo away from him. This is a big test of Johnny Armour's legs, isn't it, at this late-ish stage of his career. There's a cut by the ear, too. Seems to have developed now. There's quite a lot of blood around. Not in anywhere too dangerous, but I think there must have been another clash of heads that's caused that.
This is better for Ampofo now, trying to get closer. That's where he needs to be. He's just started to warm up as the round's gone on, Ampofo.
Trying to slow his man down with body shots. And that was a good one, that left hook to the body. Just late in the round, maybe, as Armour slows a little, he becomes an easier target. Ampofo having a good last minute of this session.
Yes, it was a good start to the round for Armour, but Ampofo just coming on well as the round's gone on.
And it's often the last thing the judges remember that influences the way they score the round. There we are, body shots landed so far. Ampofo 45, Armour 2. Now that is a revealing one. That's what the computer is saying.
Yeah, very revealing, but you're all the way through this. Armour has gone for the head. Ampofo has got to try and use the body shots like he did there. Good left hook to try and slow Armour down and just steady up them legs a bit.
Moving into the second half of the contest here. Johnny Armour, who used to call himself the Angel, but not looking too much like one in there at the moment, with all that cuts damage. In the black trunks, Johnny Armour of Chatham in Kent, Francis Ampofo, Bethnal Green, East London, all 5 feet 1.5 inches of him.
Armour lands a good left hook, and Ampofo just shrugs his shoulders as if to say, is that the best you got?
Good right hand from Ampofo, who's applying more pressure steadily. And certainly these rounds, quite a few of them, open to differing interpretations.
Well, Ampofo started this round better. The last one he left a bit late for me, but this one's a much better start for Ampofo.
Slowing up, I reckon, Armour. There's not much in this, I would suggest, at this point. Ampofo having a lot more success than in recent times in his British bantamweight title fights. And now there's a cut by the right eye that's starting to look more serious for Armour. The trouble just mounting up for him, and signs too to Ampofo that he's by hook or crook getting there and getting some damage done.
Yes, well, I think what's relevant, it's getting harder now for Armour to box. You know, his style's just starting to come apart now. Now's the time when Armour really, I think, has to revert to type and start looking to push forward, looking to throw his shots.
He just has to stand his ground, I think, now. Whatever the strategy was, I may have to abandon that. Now he is starting to just stand and trade.
Well, I think he has to do that. That's his best way to do what he does best.
Ampofo keeping the pressure on. For a right hand, they're a good-looking right hand from Armour. But Ampofo just has not stopped throwing punches in this round. Quite a lot of them have missed, but a fair few have got through, and Johnny Armour looks a mess in there at the moment.
There's a good right hook from Armour, but this has been a good round for Francis Ampofo.
He's
constant pressure.
He looks tired to me, Armour. Now his legs have slowed a lot.
Yes, they have, Ian. He just can't keep up that work rate.
Ampofo for me that round.
Now that was clever, wasn't it? Wasn't that clever? The fast shot has got knocked in the speed, John. Don't go for his
Let's have a look and see if we can use our detectives to find out what caused that cut to the right eye.
Well, there's punch gone in there, but I think one of the problems has got to be the head of Ampofo. You know, that's his style. You know, he just comes in like you should, with your chin tucked in, your head down. But with him being so short, that always makes it problems for his taller opponents.
Ampofo's lost 8 times in his career, but usually in pretty good class. It's around 7 punches. Ampofo landing more. Wasn't much in it. It looked definitely Ampofo's round to me, I must say, that last one. Here's the 8th. I've got Ampofo just ahead now myself.
Well, I've still got Armour ahead by 1 point. But it is very close, and it is a good, exciting fight.
Even if they are a couple of veterans of the business.
That's how I come to the total 67-66 in Armour's favour.
I have it the other way round, just for Ampofo. Looked so sharp at the beginning, and he's back on his bike again now, Johnny Armour. The corner have had another go at him.
Yeah, they want to keep doing this. They think this is the tactics to beat Ampofo, and they wanted to keep the boxing going.
Well, he started the round well enough, Johnny Armour. Can he keep it going for 3 minutes? Good left hook to the body from Ampofo. He's blowing a bit hard himself here and there.
Well, I think Armour doesn't need too much movement. He needs a little bit of lateral movement, then stand his ground, and then a bit more movement. That's, I think, how he should do it. And the corner may want to move constantly.
So he's slowed up here, Armour. No attempt to move here. He's hanging around on the ropes.
But really, when he stands still, this is where he should throw the punches.
At Mickey Van, the referee. These guys have been around this business a long time. They're two knowing professionals. I tell you what, doesn't matter how long they've been around, there's no shortage of desire here, is there?
There certainly isn't. And Francis Ampofo, who looked like a couple of years ago his career was over, you know, he's certainly got it back on track, and you know, he's boxing well.
It's a credit to the professionalism and preparation of both of these two. 1 or 2 stories of Ampofo having to wear some pretty heavy gear in the gym in the last week to get down to this weight, and it was obviously a bit of a problem too for Armour.
Again, working well with those body shots, Ampofo. I think that's taken a bit out of Armour.
Yeah, I think it definitely is. Much more static now. Good countering right hand still from him. Every time he just looks as if he's starting to sag Armour, he still manages to produce a shot, but same pattern again. First minute of the round, Armour looking quite sharp and mobile, but as it goes on, Ampofo starts to apply some steady pressure.
Well, the pressure's been good from Ampofo in this round. Good body shots.
Backstage, a big night for one of Glenn's mates, Alex Mason of Wolverhampton, who gets a surprise chance to challenge for the British super middleweight title tonight against David Starry. If he wins, it would be maybe the domestic upset of the year.
That's my brother Gary putting him through his paces.
Has he got a good chance? What do you think? Not many people think so.
No, he's got a chance. He's got to fight the best he's ever fought. He's got to rise a couple of levels up if he's going to pull it off.
Bit of the Rocky story element to it.
That's what he's hoping for.
Yet again. We like that cliche, don't we? 66-2, the body shot count in Ampofo's favour is definitely, that's working for him because he is slowing down Johnny Armour with that strategy.
He definitely is. He's bringing the hands down as well.
Here's round 9. It's due to go 12, of course. And it's for the vacant WBU Bantamweight Championship. I'm not going to add the words of the world there. I think if the smaller sanctioning bodies like the WBU want to gain their credibility, they've got to do better than put in the guys ranked number 32 and 87 in the world. But that, as they say, is another story. What's more important is it's been a pretty good fight.
Yes, it is. They're a well-matched pair of boxers, and they're making for good entertainment here. It's very competitive. Both, has a bit left, and they both want to win.
Particularly good right hand from Ampofo to the head. He followed it with one to the body too. Johnny Armour, who doesn't really need cornermen, he needs plastic surgeons in there, doesn't he?
Yes, he has got big problems, especially at this late stage in his career where the skin is at its most fragile.
Still the same pattern. Ampofo hunting, Armour trying to box cleverly on the back foot. They've both had their spells of ascendancy here. Ask yourself who's landing more punches and who's landing with more snap and authority. It's been a hard fight to score in that respect.
Ampofo looking as if he's feeling the effects, a little bit tired, not getting to Armour as quick as he was in the last round.
Making it easier for Armour to just slip away. Little uppercut got there though, and a nice sharp left-hand reminder though from Johnny Armour. This is better from him in this round.
Yes, I think that's because Ampofo is just not getting to him quick enough. It's giving Armour a bit more room. Armour can get his punches off.
Trying to keep him away with the southpaw jab and having some success doing it in this session anyway.
Yes, this has been Armour's round. He's just had the room to get his punches off. Ampofo hasn't pressured hard enough.
New lease of life for Johnny Armour in this round. The legs serving him pretty well. Why a fighter needs all that road work. That's Armour's best round in a while. Needed that one, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He needed a good round. He needed to get his boxing back together and start using his jab and get the punches on, and that was good. Ampofo just slackening off a bit, couldn't push the pressure, and that let Armour win that round.
Come on, I'm saying, John, he come up like a cross and check him with the jab again. Bullshit, bang, the right cross.
Well, only one person's supposed to talk, but it looks like a pretty good double act in there between Terry Toole and Colin Moorcroft.
Yes, I think that just shows them both getting a bit anxious. It's always better for boxers just to listen to one person. Otherwise, there's far too much going on for a fighter to take in.
It's hard to be too definite about who's winning this. I have Ampofo in front myself.
I have Armour just by one.
Here's round 10. Judges will decide. Referee doesn't score. Still could be up for grabs, this. Probably is, in fact, over these last 3 sessions. There's Glenn's card. Armour, you have a point ahead. I've got it to Ampofo by 2.
I think it was Johnny Armour in the build-up this fight said, this fight's all about who wants it most. And he said, you know, that's him. Well, he's got to, now he's getting the late stage in this fight. This is where it really is down to one of them to prove who wants it most.
Ampofo rocking Armour's head back a couple of times. He's a real little warrior, isn't he, Francis Ampofo? He seems to have been around doing this forever, doesn't he? Going right the way back to those flyweight fights with Robbie Regan.
Yes, he's been a very good professional, a real battle-hardened little warrior.
Had to survive that business too when there was an irregularity on his brain scan. It looked like the end of his career. But he got cleared to carry on, and he's still doing it at 33, and he's reaching out here for a championship.
Still working away hard at the body, Francis Ampofo. Armour trying just to piston-like push those punches out.
But maybe not quite so much in them as there was earlier on. Looks like the better punches are from Ampofo in this round, the body shots.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ian. He's just got close, although there's a decent right hand from Armour there.
Well, he goes down there in the corner. It looked like a slip, nothing more than that to me. No count, surely. No count.
Ampofo apologising just for hitting Armour when he was down there.
I think he was trying it on Ampofo, though. He was raising his gloves, hoping that the ref would pick up a count and he might get a 10-8 round out of it.
No, I think, I don't know if that was more apologising to the crowd.
Maybe.
Because they were booing. Well, he's done the better work in this round. He's kept pushing forward Ampofo.
He's had to take the odd count. A big right gets through from Ampofo. I'm not sure he's really a puncher at this point. He gets robbed by a right hand himself, Ampofo there. Lost his balance. This is the kind of tear-up people expected. And it's quite a fight this now. Crowd here at the Elephant loving it. They're both very, very tired and digging very, very deep. The pair of them. Say what you're watching here is a credit to these two fighters who are fairly advanced in years for this light weight.
Yes, they're really going to it here. This is the point where Armour thought there's no way to box out of this. Now I've got to fight out, and now he starts reverting to type and start throwing the punches. But Ampofo content to stay there. This is what he wanted. He's wanted this from the beginning, to be able to stand and trade with Johnny Armour. And maybe just coming off with a good right hand there.
Good shot that was by Armour. Interesting to watch that again, all slowed down. You can see how many of those were missing, nearly all of them.
A lot of shots missed. A lot of shots throughout this fight have missed, but it's still what has landed has been very exciting.
And there was that one that rocked Ampofo back on his heels. Here's round 11. Ampofo Ampofo in the white trunks, if you still need the identification. Armour still on his bike. He's going to continue this strategy to the bitter end. There have been times when he had to stand and trade in that last round, mind you.
Well, Ampofo still looking strong, still wanting to fight. And on my card, for the first time in this fight, I've got Francis Ampofo a point ahead.
See, what might decide the judges in some of these rounds where they've been a bit close is they might go for the fellow who's trying to take the fight to the other fella. And that's Ampofo. One punch here with them so tired could decide everything, even this late on. Because they do look as if they're getting down towards the bottom of the barrel of their energy levels and strength, even after their excellent preparations for this.
Well, Armour trying to throw a combination and then escape, sliding down those ropes. But Ampofo, he's got the momentum going now. He's got it in his rhythm, just keeping the pressure on.
Smart jabbing off the back foot, this, by Armour, though. Ampofo not too accuracy. Another clash of heads on that far side. Looked like it anyway. Good shots from Ampofo. Does get there. He found the accuracy then, head and body. Coming up to the last minute of round 11. It's been a bit of a stormer, this, isn't it?
It's been a very good fight. Ampofo's enjoying it in there. Looks as if it's getting hard for Armour. He needs a good burst here.
Arm punches by the look of it from Armour. I think he's finding the last minute of each round particularly hard. Francis Ampofo, when they made the model, they certainly didn't give him a reverse gear. Just wading forward, prepared to take a couple on the way in, just to stay on top of Johnny Armour. It's a pretty incredible performance, this, from Ampofo, who many people might have had as something of a shock fighter going into this.
Well, he's working well, Ampofo. He's getting the better of this round for me, too.
His level of desire is absolutely incredible, Francis Ampofo here. You can't believe it, really. And Johnny Armour, too, employing so much by way of commitment. Now then, look at this. Punches landed. Armour 2-3-6. Ampofo 2-6-2. That's very close after 11 rounds. 500 punches, as near as makes no difference between the two of them.
Yeah, it is a very close fight. I'm just correcting my scorecard. I've got Ampofo 1 point ahead now. I thought he was 2, but he's just 1 point ahead on my card. Good work from Ampofo. It's getting hard. The style of Armour is just falling apart a little bit. He's trying desperately to keep it together, but Ampofo just rolling forward, keeping the punches going.
You've got it to Ampofo by 1. I have it to Ampofo by 2 going into the last round. The final session. They touch gloves. The referee says, well done, the pair of you. Looks like he's enjoyed it too, Mickey Van. The referees play a big part in fights like this. And remember, they're boxing fans too. It's a good left hand and a right too from Ampofo. He's still on the back foot, Johnny Armour. Has this change in strategy been a mistake for him?
Well, I think with his eyes and the possible cutdowns, I think they realise he hasn't got the chance of standing. He's got to move and keep out of the way.
Trying to throw punches back and they hit the gloves. We were very close to that, right above us, those shots from Armour. Just hard to see exactly how much is landing cleanly. Not too much. But goodness me, the work rate here, phenomenal from these two. An astonishing effort from these two guys.
Well, these two guys in their 30s, long careers behind them, but look how much it still means to them at this stage in their careers.
There's going to have to be a loser by the look of it anyway, unless we come up with the draw somehow on the scorecards. It's going to go to the judges by the look of it. Listen to the crowd here. Many of them are on their feet cheering these two little men.
Well, Armour trying like mad to get his punches going, missing with an awful lot, but he's trying just to push those arms out.
It's incredible that there hasn't been a knockdown in all of this. Fighting almost on instinct, bearing their souls, these two, in pursuit of victory. A victory that would mean so very much to both of them. They want this WBU championship, and how? Look at Armour's face. He's fighting through a red mask now.
Well, these are two little tough guys who are putting on a tremendous show.
Look at Johnny Armour there. How are they doing this? Last quarter of a minute. Both of them on the edge of exhaustion. Great uppercut from Ampofo on the inside. No sweet science here. Just standing toe-to-toe, slugging it out until the final bell leads them both to embrace each other. There's been a fusion of spirits almost in there between those two guys who've been professionals for a decade. And what a spectacle they produced tonight here at the Elephant and Castle. Johnny Armour is claiming victory. Ampofo will too, I'm sure. They've both got their arms aloft. And it might be too close to call this.
It's a close one. What a great fight. Everybody in the hall on their feet, enjoying that. A tremendous battle. Two great little warriors. Doesn't really deserve to be a loser in that, but I think Ampofo maybe just scraped it.
Over 2,000 punches were thrown in that contest.
An amazing amount, and what fitness, what courage it takes to throw those punches.
The computer says that Ampofo landed just a few more. Whoever wins, this will be one of the nights of their long career. There's Glenn's scorecard. You've got it to Ampofo by one. I couldn't separate them in that last round slug out. Maybe it was just Ampofo, but I think Ampofo just. But it's not one you could get too dogmatic about. A lot of those rounds, tough to score. Which style did you like better? Who was landing with the better shots, the snappier shots? These are the men who will decide. Des Floyd of Australia, Glenn Feldman from the USA, and Reg Thompson of England, and we will soon get their decision. Well, a lot of people knock the WBU, and I do myself sometimes, but they've had a couple of goodies this year. You've got to say it. Colin Dunn and Billy Schwer fight, and now this.
Well, they're maybe not the top guys in the division, but what they've got is to put two guys together who put on a cracking fight.
And in the end, that matters a lot more, doesn't it, than the whole alphabet soup nonsense.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about entertainment. It's about putting on a good fight, getting two guys together who can bring the best out in each other, and that's what these two did. You know, two good little gutsy warriors put on a cracking fight.
They were a credit, the pair of them. Well done, Johnny Armour and Francis Ampofo. And nobody would quarrel if that was a draw.
But they wouldn't. I'm sure a lot of people would want to see that all over again.
They might. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mickey Van has insisted you congratulate both boxers on 12 absolutely incredible rounds of boxing. Boxing once again becomes a winner. Here we go then. Ladies and gentlemen, Judge Des Floyd scores the contest 115-113. Judge Glenn Feldman scores the contest 115-115. Judge Red Thompson scores the contest 116-112. The winner and the new World Boxing Union's Bantamweight Champion of the World from Chatham,
Johnny Armour's got it. Ampofo is heartbroken. One of the judges had it level. The other two for Johnny Armour. And you really couldn't have argued if that had gone either way or been a draw.
Present the championship belt.
But what a triumph that is for Johnny Armour after a battle like that. And I must say my heart bleeds for Francis Ampofo after the effort he put in there.
The championship belt.
Nice work if you can get it at the age of 32 when Armour was written out of it after such a good early career. What has Francis Ampofo got to do to win a big title? He looks absolutely dismayed here again tonight that it's not his turn yet again. Spencer Oliver, how did you see it?
Well, I know a lot of the rounds were close, but I had Ampofo, winning comfortably. I thought that he was the one landing the cleanest shots. He was the one forcing the pace of the fight, and I thought that Ampofo won the fight. I really didn't see Armour winning that at all.
I agree with us. More from the chaps in a moment here. Let's get down to ringside. Armour's ready, and Francis Ampofo has dragged his weary body over to join him.
Well, Johnny, what an amazing fight. How do you two guys do that at your advanced years, if I might say that, in this boxing business?
That was just digging deep. I tell you what, it was the man who wanted it the most, and we both wanted it. You can see that more than anything in the world. I've wanted this since I was 8 years old, so I just can't believe I've done it.
A lot of people knock the WBU and the smaller governing bodies, but what does it mean to you to have that belt around your waist now?
This is a dream come true, more than anything in the world. And today, it's the best day of my life.
What does it mean to you? I mean, you've got the title. I mean, we had a close-up of both of your faces as the decision was being announced, and I honestly think neither of you knew who'd won that, did you?
Straight with you. I thought it could have went either way. Francis, what a blinding fire. He dug deep for that, and I was thinking it could have went either way. That was a battle and a half. I wouldn't want too many of them ones.
I don't think anybody would have complained if that had been called a draw, actually. Francis, let's get a quick word with you. I mean, what did you think? Did you think you won the fight?
I definitely thought I won it. Oh, a draw would have been a nice decision, you know what I mean? But I didn't think he won that. I really thought I just nicked it, you know?
Why do you think you won?
Well, because I did more work, I was going forward. All his punches were landing on my gloves. I mean, if you look at it, all these punches were landing on my gloves.
Let's get a quick word with Panos Eliadis here. Now, are we going to see this again?
John Robinson has just mandated a rematch between the two. He's just mandated it for the WBU.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody can play. We'd like to see that again. You two quite happy with that?
Definitely. 100%. What a battle. I enjoy it. I enjoy that fight.
Yeah. Well done, the pair of you. Fantastic performance.